I got a big bad gun and it's smoking.
Oh, don't shoot. I'll do anything.
Oh, just you wait, Mr. Romney.
Oh, slippery. Oh, I like them slippery.
You're nothing but a high-class gigolo.
Low class, baby.
Gosh, you're fun.
You think so? Mrs. Sternwood, have a drink?
Clyde, you stinker.
Mr. Sternwood was the stinker, remember? And I got you out of it clean and square.
Oh, Clyde, I thought we had something special.
We gave it a go.
Right. Well, no more daydreaming. I know you don't love me. You've made it more than obvious. So, I am going to end my life.
What is that?
Drain cleaner.
Drain cleaner? Somehow I don't think so. You know, Mrs. Sternwood, I don't believe I've ever really seen you the way I'm seeing you now.
What do you see?
You're lovely. Cunning. You are, Mrs. Sternwood, the last eternal mystery. Scorching. Beautiful. Built for love. Not the kind of woman who would ever clean her own drains.
Oh, my God!
Sugar crystals. Just as I suspected.
Oh, my God. Oh!
Clyde Umney, private investigator.
I'm a fool. And you're awfully sweet.
Trouble at Blondie's. I've got to go.
But Mr. Umney, wait.
Get some coffee for her, sugar. Will you, doll?
Worries, Mr. Umney?
Not my style. What have you got here, Vernon?
Why, that's Jesus walking on the Sea of Galilee. And my wife dressed up like sweetheart of the rodeo.
Nice fringes. Vernon, you've invented something here. We are standing in the world's first moving up and down picture gallery. Why, it's art for the modern age. Efficient, cost-effective.
Look out! He's got a gun!
You're a tough old bird, aren't you?
No worries, Mr. Umney.
What's your problem, artist? You got popcorn for brains?
I saw what you did, Dunninger. I couldn't help it. I was on that street corner waiting for the bus when you pulled up and shot 3 innocent people.
Now, don't go soft. They were double-dealing dope addicts.
You can't just forget it.
You can if you're smart.
If you turn yourself into the police, they'll go easy on you.
That's right. They'll fry me nice and slow.
When my little sister was lost, drowning in sin, I just waited thinking God will protect her, that she'd come to her senses and it'd be all right. You know what, Mr. Dunninger? God is out to lunch.
Go to the police and they'll be scraping your little sister's face off the pavement and shuffling it at one of Blondie's homemade mincemeat pies.
Let her go, Dunninger.
Bow wow. The talented Mr. Umney.
Clyde, look out!
Stay here.
Clyde. Clyde!
You okay, doll?
I am now.
Come home with me.
I can't. Mother's waiting.
Run away to Mexico with me. Just you, me, and the road.
It's not like that, Clyde. You know it never is.
It's different for us. We're one and the same. We belong together, and someday I'll prove that to you. Stan, do me a favor, will you? See that Miss McGill gets home.
Betcha.
Stay out of the ring, kid. Shut up, Buster. Get a job. Swell. boys, this is one perfect day. Somebody should slap a little R inside a circle symbol right smack in the middle of this day. A registered Los Angeles morning, a Louis B. Mayer production. What do you say, George and Gloria? Something okey-pokey? Feeling an eatsy-weensy hangover? Look, Buster, a cat. Hey, what's the beef? Why don't you yap when I need you to, you ignorant mutt?
Bert, Mr. Romney?
What happened to Jesus walking on the Sea of Galilee? Where's the sweetheart of the rodeo? What is this?
Remember, the party is on Friday.
Wait a damn minute. What party? What's going on?
Retirement.
The hell you say?
Mr. Landry's coming. Mr. Sam Landry, owner of this building. If you don't want to come, fine. You've been acting crazy as a loon for the past 6 months anyhow.
What's gotten into you?
You know what? It's the big C.
Terminal cancer? Since yesterday?
I'm retiring to Arizona. Gonna live with my sister for as long as I have. Let's face it, I don't expect to wear out my welcome.
You're supposed to be here, right here, sitting on your stool, with Jesus and your wife over your head, not this.
For how long, Mr. Humney? Since you know everything, you can probably tell me. How long do I have to keep driving this damn car?
Forever. Forever, Vern. You can't retire.
No? Well, the way it looks to me, I really ain't got a choice.
This isn't right. You know it isn't right, Vern.
What's not right, Mr. Umney? Bye, Mr. Umney.
Give me the file on the Mavis Well case, will you, doll?
Dear Clyde, I have had all the groping and sneering I'm going to take from you. Life is too short to be pawed by a washed-up divorce detective with bad breath. You did have your good points, Clyde, but they are getting drowned out by the bad ones. Do yourself a favor and grow up. Yours truly, Arlene Kane. P.S. I'm going back to my mother's in Idaho. Do not try to get in touch with me.
She liked it. She said she liked it. Bad day, Clyde? Samuel D. Landry, at your service. Sam Landry, you're the one that owns the building. It's all my fault. I'm sorry, Clyde. I really am, but, meeting you has been, well, not what I expected. For one thing, I like you a lot more than I thought I would. But I've got business here. And there's no going back. Yeah, you're not like any businessman I have ever seen. You call it a briefcase? It's a computer, a typewriter with a brain. Ah, okay, I'm getting it now. You carry a brain around in your briefcase, you wear shoes that look like Boris Karloff's Frankenstein getup. What are you, some sort of a horror movie guy? No, Clyde, I'm a literary guy. What's the writing on your shoes? Reebok. Reebok? Sounds like a dish on a Chinese carryout menu. Oh, you like that, huh? I know all your ideas, Clyde. After all, I'm you. Yeah. I noticed the resemblance. Not familiar with the cologne, though. It's called Aramis. It won't be invented for another 40 years or so, just like my sneakers. The devil, you say? Well, the devil might come into it. Where are you from? I come from the future, Clyde. Just like a pulp magazine story. Yeah, you come from Sunnyland Sanitarium, more like it. But not like a science fiction story, not exactly. What was your father's name, Clyde? What has that got to do with the price of cucumbers on Monday? You don't know, do you? What about your mother's? Here's a couple of easy ones across the plate. Where'd you go to school? What was the name of the first girl you ever went all the way with? Okay, stop playing games. Where'd you grow up? Carmel, Dusty Bottom, New Mexico. Cut the crap. Do you know? Do you? Yeah, it was, San Diego, born and raised. San Diego. That feels right. It feels right because I wrote it. What's a Sony? Some sort of a side dish you get with a Reebok dinner? It's a Japanese electronics company. Oh, now you're kidding me, mister. The Japs can't even make a wind-up toy. Not now. Tell me, Clyde, when is now? Do you know the date? 1938. Wait a minute. 1939. Don't feel badly. You don't know because I don't know. I've always kept the timeline vague in my novels. Going more for a feeling. Call it Chandler American time. Works for my readers. Okay. Tell me what's going on here. You're beginning to know, aren't you? Maybe I don't know my dad's name or my mom's name or the first girl I went to bed with because you don't know. Is that it? You're getting warm. You don't just own this building. You own everything. Hot, hot, hot. Hot as a hot potato. You see the picture on the wall to the left of the door? Don't do it. On the wall to the left of the door, our revered leader hangs, but always slightly askew. That's my way of keeping him in perspective. You're a writer. You made me up. When? Or is that even the right question? You first appeared in a mystery called Requiem for a Lady in 1977. You've grown a lot more complex and interesting since then. You were pretty one-dimensional at the beginning. Yeah, what a pisser for me. Your latest was called How Like a Fallen Angel. I started that in 1995. It took me 5 years to finish. My life's been interesting, Clyde. Yeah? Well, you screwed up big time with this one. I didn't want to scare you any more than I had to. Yeah? Well, you're scaring me plenty, mister. If you created me, and you can turn George Washington into Franklin Delano Roosevelt, then you can do anything. George and Gloria. No more parties. No more trips to Palm Desert. No more Basie and Ellington blowing through the open window in spring. No more of that Welsh corgi bark that goes through your head like slivers of glass. You did this. You made George kill his wife, you stinking bastard. You're a clever boy, Clyde. But readers love nasty murders because secretly they want to be the killer. Shoot the annoying neighbor. Strangle that whining girlfriend. Make-believe is a great healer. Yeah? Well, it didn't heal the Dimmicks. They were good people. You think you're God, but you're just a two-bit bully. Why, I've beaten wise guys tougher than you in your own books. His revelations hit me like some kind of debilitating drug. All the strength went out of my muscles. My legs felt like a couple of strands of al dente spaghetti. All I could do was flop back in my chair and look at him. That's not very good, but rapid composition has never been one of my strong points.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, I suppose I am. You know your client, Mavis Weld? She was a character in a novel called A Little Sister by Raymond Chandler. Ring a bell? No? No, of course not. In your world, Chandler never even existed. But he's the man for every mystery scribe since then. Clyde Umney was the name of the lawyer in playback. I did it as a tribute, an homage.
Homage? Sounds like a fancy word for stealing, if you ask me. So what did you come here for? What's the heist?
I came for you, Clyde.
For me?
Sorry. I'm afraid you're gonna have to think of your life in a new way from now on, Clyde. As a, well, as a pair of shoes. You're stepping out and I'm stepping in.
Oh, how fascinating. And, what happens to Clyde Umney?
I want you to see something. This is my personal diary. Don't even think about it. This is stuff I didn't make up. This is my life. The interesting part.
Why did you come for me?
There. It's about a cemetery. Linda and I went to see our son's grave every week.
I'm sorry for you, Landry.
I can't come here anymore.
Why, are you behind on writing the book?
How can you say that?
Because the book is all you do.
Yes, I write in order to stay relatively sane. But coming here is like ripping out stitches over and over.
Well, I'm not gonna leave Danny.
Nobody's leaving him.
It's just so cold in the ground and he's all alone.
How long do we go on blaming ourselves?
Just give me a minute, will you, hon?
Where are you?
Page 187.
No, what freaking page you're on? Where are you? How are you? Because you're not here with me.
I'm working.
You're escaping off in your own private universe. Oh, God. You know what? That's great for you, Sam. Why don't you just live in your fictional world? Because that way you never have to face the fact that we've lost our son.
I'm aware of the facts.
God. You know what? Maybe I'm as nutty as you, but sometimes I wish Clyde Umney were here.
He's definitely younger.
I mean, remember when he saved Artist McGill from going crazy when she lost her little sister to a life of prostitution, and how he consoled Mrs. Norris, and how, like a fallen angel, he gave her hope. He brought her back to life. He screwed her brains out. You just sit there staring at that screen.
Linda didn't know it, but she gave me the idea to come here. She's given me a lot of good ideas. Not only do you steal from that guy, Ray Chandler, you steal from your own wife. I've heard of low, but that's bargain basement. Are you getting this news flash? Writers are the most shameless, self-centered bastards in the world. We lie, we seduce, we'll steal your soul. Anything to look good on the page. And you won't get any tea and sympathy from me. I'm a best-selling author. And I don't have the words to console my own wife. You're my alter ego. You can do what I can't do. Go to Linda. Help her. You are nuts. Like the way you saved Mrs. Sternwood from swallowing drain cleaner. If that had been me, I would have had a panic attack. But you were great. I'll stay right here in my own shoes, thanks. As you say in your world, I am the man. What the hell does that mean? We're all men. Here, take a powder. I got work to do. Don't get snotty. I made you. Oops. Did we make Daddy mad? Is that how you talk to your little boy? Damn you. Ah, what are you gonna do? Turn me into a barking dog? Dunninger's boys knew they couldn't touch me without bringing down the heat. So they took it out on my girl. Well, not her exactly, but her little sister. Don't do this, Landry. And when artists found poor kid, she looked like she'd been attacked by a circus of crazed monkeys with samurai swords. Stop it, you stinking pervert! And they carved her face into monkey meat.
They killed her, Clyde. My poor little sister.
I know.
Why did she have to suffer so?
Artists, get the hell out of here.
I told you it would never be good. This world of ours is a heartless maze of greed and hate, and there's no way out.
You're wrong. The world is bright because you're in it.
Why do bullies always win?
She was already over the edge, and there was nothing I could do to stop her. They don't always win. You know why? Because there's love. She had taken things into her own hands.
I hear you, my darling.
Artists, listen!
I wish you all the love in the world.
You didn't have to do that. It's a new chapter, pal. You think you're pretty slick. Mr. God Almighty. But you're a Bush League version of God. I'm not your puppet. You can't control me. My will ebbing, I pushed on. This your dust was, and your stories are dust. Final adversary. It's the characters that live on. Nobody will remember your clever was coming at me like a bullet to the gut. But they'll remember Clyde Umney. Ah, that's right. Make everything stop so you can do anything you want. Clyde Umney would never do that. He'd call it the coward's way out. Let me live. This is my life. Too late. It's my name on the windows. I have always wanted to be a private eye. Ever since I was a little kid. To live in a world I could understand. Where sweet little boys don't drown. And husbands and wives don't stop loving each other. That place is here. My place, my time, Los Angeles, 1938. And that private eye is me. Is this the end of Clyde Umney? I don't exactly know what's coming. Close your eyes. I'll try to make this quick. I hope it doesn't hurt, old buddy. But you could care less if it does, you arrogant prick. And so, I left town. And as to where I finished up, well, mister, I think that's my business, don't you? The end. Clyde Umney.
Oh, Sam, what did you do? You grow a mustache while I'm mopping the floor?
I'm Clyde Umney, Mrs. Landry from 1938.
It's a little early for Halloween, honey.
Can I come in? The pool is cold.
What do you expect? Nobody's used it in months.
I guess nobody would. Not since your son drowned. Danny. He was 6 years old. Sam told me all about him, and I'm sorry. It was a tragic accident, ma'am, and you don't need to be shouldering the blame.
When did you talk to Sam?
When he came into my office and stole my damn life. So, this is the house imagination built.
Sam was big on imagination.
Yeah, I can imagine him in cement shoes at the bottom of a lake.
Sam talked about this. He called it the big rewrite. He was gonna write you out of your world and write himself back in. I just thought it was another one of his daydreams. But, wait, you're as real as can be.
We swapped lives. That's what must have happened.
What did it feel like?
There was a lot of bright green light, and then I guess I came in through the machine, like a keyhole between two worlds. But it feels all right. That thing is black magic voodoo.
On a good day. Does this mean that Sam is gone?
He's probably got his heels up on my damn desk right now, fleecing my clients and chasing my girl. Only she's dead. He probably brought her back to life, the selfish bastard.
Do you want a drink?
You want to know? Oh, hold the phone.
You're a lot more fun in person. In the novels, you're very grim.
Murder is grim, Mrs. Landry. What the hell are we supposed to do now?
Well, you're a hard-boiled detective and I'm a dame. We could always find some lonely, gullible type and shoot him for the insurance. Irony. You didn't have that in your world.
You mean talking uppity in order to sound smart? Yeah. We had it. Sam Landry, private investigator. Sam Landry, private investigator. Sam Landry here. Ring. Landry here. Doll, I told you, don't call me at work. This is gonna be all right. Swell of you, Mrs. Landry.
Well, I want you to feel at home.
Say, you know how to work that machine?
Not if you keep calling me Mrs. Landry.
Couldn't be any harder than flying an airplane.
Like you did in Wings of Deceit. You know, that was not Sam's best. He had some success, and then he got fat and lazy.
Are you getting this news flash, Mrs. Landry? Your husband cared for you. He didn't want you to suffer anymore because of the kid kicking off. That's why I'm here. That's why everything's loused up. And somehow, I gotta get back.
But you can't, because that's not the way Sam wrote it.
Well, screw him.
Sam was right, though. Being with you is having a very positive effect.
Yeah? Well, I call it hell. Frozen dinners you cook in a box. Sneakers that look like Frankenstein shoes. Music that sounds like crows being steamed alive in a pressure cooker.
There's a lot to recommend in this world. Sushi, caller ID, 300 thread count Egyptian cotton sheets, available by catalog.
Wait a minute.
Bite me, Clyde, I'm just a tramp.
I know who you are. You're Cora Papadakis.
The Hellcat from Requiem for a Lady. You know, Sam stole that name from a man called James M. Cain. He was a greedy little thief.
You're no good. You're a bum.
Just relax, will you? We're a married couple. If you and my husband are the same person, then technically, we must be married.
Artist McGill was always supposed to be my one true love.
But we don't have to play by his rules, Clyde. We can write our own story. Let's just drive to Mexico, baby. Just you, me, and the road. Let's make a baby. I know it's gonna look just like you.
When did you open shop, Detective Landry?
A few chapters ago.
I see.
So, what up? You suspect your wife of fooling around?
Hi, Mr. Landry.
Candy?
No, thanks. I'm here to clean your pool.
So that's what they're calling it these days.
Yeah. So, you look good. How's the writing going?
Peachy.
I'm home, honey.
Bang, bang, yeah, you better run. You got a big bad gun and you're gonna get... Don't shoot, I'll do it. Daddy,
Get out!
Wow,
Leave my boy alone! Lousy two-faced,
All right, calm down, calm
washed-up
down.
divorce
All right,
detective with bad breath.
Calm down. Calm down, Mrs. Landry.
I just want Sam and Daddy.
Get a hold of yourself, Mrs. Landry.
I thought we could start over. I thought we could have a baby and it would look just like... No. I bought clothes. I was gonna surprise you with a second honeymoon or first or whichever, but you're with her.
It's never gonna change, Mrs. Landry. This is who I am. This is how it's written.
No, because Sam changed the end.
Sam thought he was God, but he forgot one thing. Character is destiny. Clyde Umney's never gonna change. If it makes you feel any better, I don't want to be here either. In this groaning world of yours with its freight of disease and senseless violence.
Let's go. Let's go back to wherever it is you came from.
In a snap, Mrs. Landry. Only God didn't leave the directions.
I know she is.
How do you know?
I saw them together.
You saw them together. So that's how you put it together.
Yes. In the tool shed.
What, may I ask? Of course you may ask. You're asking. What were they doing in the tool shed?
Is it necessary to go into such personal details?
That's why they say private. In private eye, Mr. Woolrich. That's pretty good.
In here. Right there. His pupils are fixed and dilated.
Okay, let's move him. Yes, doctor. 1, 2. Closing in.
Detective Landry.
No. No. What on earth? No. What have I done? Artist McGill was a really great gal. I mean, really great. In the sense that you never met anyone like her before. Take me back. Through the looking glass. Now.
Wow. Honey, that's really bad.
Okay, it isn't perfect.
Oh, it sucks. But who says you can't learn?
God. I guess it's a one-way thing. You can't just type the words, you gotta be a real writer.
Which is what?
A writer wakes up with his mouth full of pity. Hemingway said that. How did I know? I didn't. It was Sam. Sam's the real writer. I'm just me.
Forget it, baby.
No, I'm gonna get better at this. Did you read that, Sam? I'm coming after you. I found my way in. I can see you, but I don't think you'll be able to see me. Not until I wrap my hands around your neck. Until next time, pal.